Do you know this house? It's 1901 in Springfield, Illinois. An heiress, socialite, and political activist, Susan Lawrence Dana, is in search for an architect to remodel her family's 1868 Italianate mansion. She travels to Oak Park, Illinois, which is a suburb outside of Chicago, and she meets Frank Lloyd Wright and basically hands him a blank check to design her a home fit for high society. This project gives Wright the opportunity to really try and work out his ideas of what an American architecture should be, and between 1902 and 1904, the Dana Thomas house is built. Because the site is a large corner lot, he's able to really stretch the house horizontally and use low slope gable roofs with very wide overhangs to achieve the feeling that the house is not so tall and that it hugs the ground. These copper gutters that flare out at the corners, sort of a nod and wink to Japanese architecture, which Frank Lloyd Wright loved. The entire house is a play on basic geometrical shapes. There are triangles and rectangles and arches within triangles, and rectangles that stretch upwards, facades that push in while other surfaces are recessed and push out. The concrete base and caps are stained this dark tan-like color that wraps around the entire house. These long Roman brick in between the concrete are this lighter color, sort of inspired by fields of wheatgrass. Wright had the builders rake the horizontal mortar layers so that shadows are created with each row of bricks, really defining the house's horizontal nature. The entire upper portion of the house is covered with this geometrical frieze made of plaster or terracotta, with up to 10 layers of green glaze. Now, unlike Frank Lloyd Wright's later works, he places the entry right out in front so that it's very visible, and he highlights it with a series of solid and transparent arches. By the time Wright completes this house, it spans roughly 12,000 square feet over 3 main floors with 16 various levels and a whopping 35 rooms. Some grand, like the formal dining room with a small space above it for a quartet to play while guests dine, and a living room with a barrel vaulted ceiling that soars up to 20 feet high. Other spaces are small and intimate, like this nook and transition space. Susan lived in the house until around 1940 when she moved across the street, and she sold the house to the Thomas family in 1944. The Thomases used the house as their publishing headquarters and sold it to the state of Illinois in 1981. And the state of Illinois named it the Dana Thomas House. To this day, the Dana Thomas House contains roughly 100 pieces of furniture designed for the house by Wright, and it also has the largest Frank Lloyd Wright art glass collection, still intact to this day, with over 450 pieces. My name is Dee. This is Architecture. I hope you follow along for more architecture talk, or the algorithm brings you back and I'll be asking,